Do not get Conga chops. I repeat, do not get Conga chops. If you want to keep on playing bad on the Congas. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Percussion Life, all fun and games and jokes, but today's video is going to be slightly different. And yes, we're going to be reviewing Conga Chop's website, and we're going to be going through it, and I want to kind of like take you through this journey so you guys can see it with me. But this video is just kind of a disclaimer. I've been given access to see the site and look it for myself and actually learn a couple of things from it. And so Paulo already knows. Paulo's the person that's actually in charge of the site that actually put everything together. He's the owner of Conga Chops. So he and I have been working together for quite some years now, man, to figure this out and finally do it. So we're doing it now. We're gonna cover a course today too. So yeah, so this is how this video is going to go. First, I'm gonna kind of like take you through a tour, nice little tour of the website. We're gonna see the things that you can get from Conga Chop's website, and then we're gonna kind of learn from a specific course. We're gonna learn from their Conga soloing course. I think we're gonna have some great value. I'm gonna show you guys something that I learned and would want to kind of take you through that journey. And then at the end, I will give my honest review of the site. I think that we're gonna kind of understand things and see how the site is. And again, I'll show you the pros and cons of the website. So I'm gonna be very fair with my review here. So yeah, just buckle up, let's get it, and let's see how this website looks like. All right, so we're gonna be going through this website. I'm excited to kind of take you a nice little quick little tour. We're just gonna be going through it briefly, but you know, you normally start off with the home page, and normally the dashboard, you get you know, your information, your kind of like account information, what you have. But let's look at the courses. Right now you have congas, bongos, and timbales. I think just having those options, you know, you're already set to be a complete percussionist right here. You're already set to start off and learning that. I am a firm believer that, you know, you could be strong on one instrument, but as a percussionist, you should be aware of all types of percussion instruments to play, especially bongos and timbales. Those are like the essentials. And so I think with the bongos, you're getting information already just as a beginner, and as well with the fundamentals, which I love, is that you're actually seeing like a real life experience, how you would play at a gig, things that you would do, how you would kind of like approach it. Very like, I love that there's a section of like analytical hearing, and to see how like the music would sound and how one would play it. That's actually done by a very well accomplished musician and percussionist and producer by the name of Marcos Torres. So you're getting lessons from somebody, man, that knows what they're doing, y'all. That they know what they're doing. So it's not like, you know, just somebody is saying anything here or there. And then on timbales, you're getting a little bit more. I know they just added a new course, and the person giving that is Marcos Lopez, who is by far one of the best percussionists in the world right now. And man, seeing his way of teaching timbales is just a thing of beauty, man. It's beautiful. So you could get already from start to finish here in learning how to grow on timbal playing. But we're not going to be going through these courses, as we're going to be focusing on the congas. But let's just keep on looking what else they have. They have quick tips. The quick tips are lessons that were given already from Paulo on congas. It's a condensed, you would say, type of course. His courses are a lot longer than this, so it's like a nice way to learn and grow. And again, there's timbales, there's transitional fills, and then there's simple fills. Just quick tips, again, learning on the congas. And then with grooves, it's just certain patterns that you can try on the congas, and just other things aside from tumbao playing, or aside from just developing certain techniques. And you see that as well with the timbales as well. Here, something that I actually think is pretty cool is that they actually put it in a place about chops. So if you actually wanted to learn riffs and soloing kind of phrases, they already have that in a sense of a course. If you just wanted to learn specific chops, so let's say I want to just learn a flam chop on 3 drums, I would go here and just get that. So there's specific places to do that, and again, you get a bunch of content. And by far, my favorite part of this website is the master classes. This is something that when Paulo kind of introduced it with Mark Quinones, I'm pretty sure that was the first master class. I learned so much just by hearing Mark Quinones and the ideas that he had with certain records that he was on. Man, it was just nothing but value learning from somebody like Mark Quinones and seeing like, hey, you know, I did this. This is what I was feeling at this time, which is why I did it. And so it's like seeing that and then them playing it and showing you what they did, which is crazy. Roberto Vizcaíno Jr. is by far one of the most creative percussionists right now in the world. Just his way, his independence, the way he's approaching percussion is just right now by far, it's impressive, man. It's a thing of beauty, and so definitely I would recommend checking out that masterclass. That masterclass makes you want to like learn percussion all over. Seriously, it is that good. And then one thing that I love, man, another resource, you get loops. So these loops, they're you know, they ain't some like whatever stuff. These are some nice loops. For example, let's just look at this cha-cha solo vamp with the rhythm section. And of course, like if you didn't want the congas there, you know, he offers it without the congas. So you can learn and grow and develop. And he has a bunch of loops, modern montunos, just timba if you wanted some. And then as well as just percussion only loops. So if you wanted to learn, for example, wawanko, you gotta love it, man. It's just great stuff. So if you really wanted to grow and develop, just this is all just right here on the website that you can just look at. And something as well that I thought was just genius, when you're looking through the courses of the website, they're doing a lot of analytical listening, and they're referencing songs that these patterns, these certain techniques were used on, which is invaluable. It's listening to all styles of music. It's how I personally learned a lot of the things that I was able to develop, and that because at least in my time, you didn't have videos on these people, so you just listen to music, the much more music that you listen to, and that's how you kind of learned. But here's what they did. They show you the course that it was referenced on, and let's say for example, for the bongo fundamentals, and if you wanted to learn bongos on early modern salsa, it takes you to a playlist with all the songs they referenced about. Literally, all these songs they had like either referenced or used it in the course, so you can go and practice it on your own or listen to it as well, so you could kind of follow along. This is like, again, just the work has been done for you. It's just, here you go. This is where we got this from, and this is where I think you would gain value in learning this. So, man, this part right here was just straight money, man. I thought this was just a ingenious thing to do, man. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then you get a community. You get a community with this website, man. I think, especially when you're learning, having the ability to just ask questions, outreach, and finding out certain information, getting advice and insight on playing. I think it's invaluable, and the fact that they have a community page for that is just awesome. And then as well, if you're trying to look fresh, look, I got a Conga Chop shirt. So yep, I am rocking people that just influenced me. I need to get the Quinones shirts, the Bobby and Mark shirt right here. Oh yeah, need to get that one. I have the Giovanni one and Richie and Paoli. I was, especially early on, really influenced by Giovanni and Paoli and Anga, and so. But yeah, need to get some more. Need to step up my apparel game. Need to step up my apparel game. But something that I think that just is just pretty awesome is seeing all the options that you have here. But for today, we're going to be going through the Congas course, and if you see here, you have 3 levels. You have beginner, intermediate, and advanced. If you're just starting out on Congas, don't think, you know, don't go to advanced, please. Stay away. This not really. Don't go to advanced. Start at beginner. His beginner course is just beautiful, from hand posture to positioning to making sure your hands are good, to literally the anatomy of the drum, how it feels, how it's supposed to be, what's the part of the drum, to tuning. Look at this hand posture. Look, let's just look at it real quick.
So now that we know how to tune the congas, let's talk about how we want to sit at the drum and how to start developing proper technique. For those of you just starting out, it's important to know that the conga is a very physical instrument. Not only are you going to engage your wrists and your forearms when you're playing, but you're also going to end up using a lot of your shoulders and your back to keep proper posture. Now, the things I'll teach you in this video are really important to help you develop the right technique, the right hand positioning, and overall just to keep you safe while you're playing. The first thing you want to...
So on point, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you that right there, invaluable. Those are things, believe it or not, when I was first starting to play, nobody told me proper hand posture. I had to figure those things out on my own. So if you're a beginner, this is how you learn to keep your body healthy, keep your arms and hands healthy, because I'm telling you, poor technique leads to injuries. And so a resource like this, invaluable, man. But we're gonna be here in intermediate. If you wanted to kind of like take a pick at advanced, yeah, you go into technique deep dive, sound essentials, palm tip bootcamp. I tried the palm tip bootcamp. It is awesome. I think those type of exercises are essential, especially if you want to kind of, you know, sharpen up your game, get better, and be a little bit more clear when you're playing percussion. Now, we're going to be in Conga Soloing 101. So this course, I would say, is really designed for either people trying to learn the language of soloing, develop kind of your a nice pattern or rhythm to learn how to solo and develop that. So I think that Paulo introduces this in such a very unique way, where later on in the course you actually see him referencing other conga players and their solos, and the things that they did were things that he already just taught throughout the course. So just great stuff, especially if you're someone that's starting to solo, because I'm letting you know, some people just start soloing, they're like, well, I'm just playing whatever, and it's great, you know, it is part of the expression. But just like any conversation, you have to know how to speak, and you need to know the language. And Paulo does a great job kind of introducing that. The first lesson is actually just, you know, great tips, great advice, great, I would say, methods of thinking and development. And so he really kind of breaks down what you're doing. And then as well, if you see here, suggested loops to practice is minor percussion at this level. So it's again really awesome. Today we're going to be looking at building solo phrases, lesson 7, which I think was just an awesome you know way to kind of develop. There's certain things that he went through here. Lesson 4 is, man, beautiful. But here I think he, you know, it's a nice middle ground for especially people on this channel to learn and to grow in. And what I love here already, click here for the lesson blank worksheet if you wanted to kind of practice along and take notes and learn from that. So I think it's awesome to look at that and to work it out that way. But first, let's take a look at it.
Now that we have an idea of some of the fundamental figures and exercises that we've also used to help us develop our understanding of the binary and tertiary grids we're working with, let's start to combine them to create some essential language-based solo phrases that we'll use to expand our knowledge of the Conga's rhythmic vocabulary. What we're referring to with the term language-based solo phrase as it pertains to Conga playing are short, simple phrases based mainly on what we've covered so far, the different eighth note and triplet figures we've worked on, which don't involve any super fast shapes or licks. They're just the bare bones, essential phrases that'll start to allow us to learn how to express ourselves in the Afro-Cuban percussive language. By using the structure provided by the quinto lock and its variations, and combining it with the different figures we've worked on, we'll be able to start to stitch together small phrases to eventually make complete sentences and have a conversation. Remember that although we're providing on-screen notation for each and every example that we work on, it's really just an approximation of what we're playing. So, although notation is an incredible learning tool, we want to work on all of this material until we can commit it to memory, and eventually until it becomes second nature. This will take a lot of time.
That's facts, y'all. That's facts.
But making sure we're building a
let me stop there. That right there is facts. What in another way is to internalize it. You gotta feel that thing right there. You don't know how many times people, want the notes and want the notation of everything, but yet when it comes time to actually do things and it ain't there. And so I love that he's making that emphasis and clarity that it will be made available so you can follow along. But it's the point is to feel it. It's to feel it, man. Love it.
Foundation rooted in the tradition of this instrument and its essential rhythmic vocabulary, as we've strived to do so far in this course, will make everything we play or speak on the drum that much more relevant. So let's start off with a few essential two-bar phrases and then develop them using some of the concepts and techniques that we've talked about in this course. The first one we'll work on is one of the most famous Conga solo phrases of all time. It's been used and referenced time and time again by countless Conga players, and is the perfect example of the melding of the binary and tertiary grids encompassing the Afro-Cuban percussive language. Now, it was first widely heard and as a result made extremely popular by the one and only Tatawines on Cachao's Descarga Cubana.
Yep.
Which is considered a landmark recording and features percussion solos on virtually every track. We'll analyze Tata's Conga solo on this track in its entirety later in this course.
You see that? Analyze it, man. You just, I'm trying to tell you, invaluable. Just things like that.
But for now, let's check out this classic phrase. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, hold on. Let me set up my drums. I want to follow along right now. I'm trying to tell you guys, this is money right here that you're learning. Just this phrase alone, I know I've used it. I probably outplayed it, man. But just playing it out. But yeah, this right there, if you saw me with my fingers, I was already following along before I heard. It is, again, invaluable already that you're seeing what he's playing and you're able to follow along. That's a great option to have. But again, like he mentioned, we want to get the language. We want to feel it at first, right? So yeah, let me set up my drums so we can do this together. Oh yeah. This is good, y'all. This is good.
Now let's work on that one more time a bit faster.
Oh yeah. Ooh, with the music. What? Ooh, this is fun, y'all. Man, I love this course right here, man. So to kind of briefly show you what he was actually doing there with that phrasing, which I love and I've used many times, is basically he starts off with two opens, which we just explained. So it's two opens of a flam. So it's going to be like this. Starting off with your dominant hand, finishing it off with your non-dominant hand. After that, what you're going to do is four opens where it's going to be dominant hand, non-dominant hand, dominant hand, non-dominant hand. So to put that together, and then he finishes that phrase with three flams, and they're all with close slaps. Kind of like the way we actually started, which is going to be with your dominant hand, then your non-dominant hand. So three of those. So to put everything together, it's going to sound like this. That's basically the phrase, and man, it feels good doing it. Very common, very popular. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that you get in this Conga solo course, man. It's a lot. You can have fun with it, learn, grow, and he continues to add to this phrase and learn and help you kind of develop going through the whole rest of the course. So, what are my honest thoughts on Conga chops? And I'm gonna show you guys the pros and the cons. And yes, there are some cons, but there were, man, just a lot of pros. So let's start with the pros first. The first pro is the amount of content that is available on the site. It's unbelievable. As you saw, the courses that you get, the community that you get, the just quick little grooves and chops and lessons and drum loops and the master like this, the amount of content that you get is unbelievable. For example, the course that we just went through, that one video, it's 35 minutes long. 35 minutes long. And yet here we are, you know, that's 15 courses. So there's 15 of those. It's crazy, man. And yet, like, you know, it's not a little lesson or anything like that. It's within that one video, there's many different exercises to just take. So there are lessons within the lesson. It is crazy, man. So just the amount of information that you're getting on the site is really, you know, is awesome. Just I'm still kind of shocked. Just again, how much information that you get. The second pro, man, video and audio. Woo, man. As somebody that does this, I can see the amount of work that is put in this website. It's not just a whatever. You get different camera angles. The audio is clear and crisp, and you can hear everything very well. And the whoever's instructing as well is just very clean how this is done. So, and the layout on the site is, if you wanted to go, you don't get lost. It's not complex. You don't have to search for certain things. It's like really easy to go to where you need to go. So like, again, like I showed earlier, if I wanted to go to like the chop section to learn something, boom, I go to the chop section. So everything is just so well done throughout the site, especially within the videos. The lighting is good. The audio is good. The video is good. Everything is really clean. Number 3, I think this is probably the biggest pro that this website has, is that it's not just about congas. You know, you got options about timbales, you have options for bongo, and you also have options like drum loops. So if you wanted to practice and learn and grow, if you need notations, you can download them and have them available to learn. As well as, like I mentioned earlier, my favorite part of the whole site is the masterclass part, where Paulo is interviewing basically percussionists that are, again, really well accomplished, legendary in their own right, and they kind of share their ideas and things that they go through to process how they got to those ideas. That is some information that I consider invaluable, man. You cannot put a price on that, because it's like experience just and wisdom and just given right there from, again, great musicians. And yeah, I think that's for me, in my, I would say, experience where I am at right now in my musical playing, that has been my favorite part, to see. I could sit there and listen to them and learn and grow from them that way as well. So I really appreciate this site, man, in that sense that it's given that way. And I think Paulo's, if I'm not mistaken, he's adding more to the masterclass, some more master classes. So it's, right now it's just 4. He's just adding some more stuff, man. And so that's something as well that you see, that he's just constantly adding and updating the website on a consistent basis. And Paulo being again himself a very well accomplished percussionist, been touring with Ricky Martin for years now, and you know, for him to have this resource available for many people is just an awesome option to have. Now the cons. Yep, there's some cons, y'all. There's some cons, and for this part, bear with me, I'm gonna try to take myself out of the equation. Not in a sense, because I personally do not see them as cons, if that makes any sense, but I could see where they can be viewed as cons. That's where I'm trying to come for this part, because when I look at something like this, I wish I had something like this when I was first starting out. So, but, and here it is. Here's the first one. There's a lot of talking. Yeah, I said it. There is a lot of talking, but that's the good part. Like, I personally see the value in that, but I know many people just want to be shown the the example, shown the technique, and that's it. Like, they don't want to be broken down every little aspect. They don't want to know the history. They don't want to know where this came from or where they originated from, which is sad. So if I am somebody that is looking for just a quick little easy fix, this may not be the site for you, because there is a lot of instruction. There's a lot of in-depth knowledge and wisdom being passed down. Very important stuff, man. So like, it's kind of sad. I'm the reason why I had to take myself out of it is because I get that a lot.
Eric, you talk too much. Eric, you this too much.
And I'm here like, all I'm telling you is your hand is here, move it here. This technique came from here. This, like, you're getting all this background information that is essential to learn and develop. But most people just want that microwave instruction. Just show it to me and we're good. And that's kind of sad, because although, again, there's many different people that can learn that way, you're missing out on the rich history of this technique, especially on this solo course. He just broke down things about Tatooines. He's later gonna kind of listen and analyze where this came from. Like, there's more to this, that we should respect the instrument to learn where it's been developed and how it's been developed and the people that contributed to the development of the instrument. And yet people don't want to listen to that, man. People don't want to listen to that. And so that's a major con for maybe somebody that just wants to hit play and learn that way and not want to hear anybody talk. So if that's you, I hope you can develop and learn that stuff, unless you already know it. And here's the beautiful part. You can hit fast forward, y'all. Hit fast forward and go to the part that you want, and you can skip all of that. I don't know how that's not hard to do, I just don't, I experience the same thing, man. On my channel, people, man, I have timestamps, and you can just go straight to those timestamps and not hear me talk. Like, you don't have to. I have timestamps for that. There's a reason why I put timestamps. And here, there's timestamps that he does it as well. It's, again, unbelievable stuff. He timestamps his own videos, so you can just skip to that part. So if you're somebody that just doesn't, maybe this may not be for you, if you don't want to listen to people talk. That, again, sad. Second con, and again, I'm taking myself out of the equation because I think it's a great value. But for somebody starting out and they go to this website, they may be overwhelmed. And what I mean by that is there is a lot of content and information. Like I mentioned, there's videos that are 35, 40 minutes long. And for somebody that is starting out, they may feel like there's just a lot going on. But it's not that. It's not that at all. It's actually the process and the investment that you're going to have to make to be able to develop to get to that level. So this is not like some quick, easy little fix that you get. This site, from what I'm seeing, is an investment for a long period of time to learn and grow and develop the right way. The right way, y'all, not some whatever. Like again, he breaks down just even how your posture should look like on the Congas. And yet some people, may feel overwhelmed, like, wow, this is a 30-minute video, a 40-minute video, and I have to learn this way. No, those things are important. Those things are important. So you shouldn't feel overwhelmed, but you could get the sense that you may feel overwhelmed because of the amount of information that's been given. But me personally, I see that as a value, not something to be overwhelmed by, and something as an investment rather than, something that you could get real quick. Percussion playing is nothing that you can just learn really quick. There's a lot of rich history that you need to learn and grow and develop in, and to do it properly. And I think Paulo succeeded at that. And for the third con, and I'm putting myself in the equation now, and this is a nice little jab, but it's the truth, and this is how I feel. This is not worth $30. Yep, I said it. It is not worth $30 per month. $30 a month. This is worth at least $60 a month. Oh, y'all gonna hate me now. Y'all gonna hate me now. Yep, that's a con. To me, this is worth at least, if I'm even like being lowball, like a $45 membership per month. And yet you're getting it for $30.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. He's certified.
Again, being somebody that does this as well, offering it, you know, the way I can on YouTube, yeah, this is a lot of work, and the amount of what you're getting in return for $30, and the fact that it's not just congas, it's bongo and timbal and masterclass and drum loops and notations and just quick little acts. Yeah, this is at least worth double that. And you know, I'm just seeing that this is a resource available for people at that price, and then he's adding more stuff. Paulo, man, what are you doing, bro? Like, but I get it. We've had this conversation before, and I'm letting you guys know that the majority of percussionists even see $30 as a lot of money, and I get it. Money is a touchy topic and subjective, and for many people, $30 a month is a lot of money. And so I'm not trying to belittle that, but what I'm trying to say is when I hear people say, man, $30 is a lot of money for all of this, it's sad. Like, how much would you have to pay for a private teacher a month? Yeah. Or for one lesson from somebody? Yeah, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be way more than $30 that one teacher. And here you are getting with $30 a bunch of stuff that a private teacher would take years upon years to give to you. And now you're having it with an online course and more from accomplished musicians. So again, it's not even somebody that's just off the street that you don't even know. These are people that do this on a daily tour and play with a lot of various different musicians and styles of musicians and styles of music. So it's, again, a lot of experience is being poured out here. And so when I saw like it's normally $30 a month, and then if you want to try it out, 7 days free. If you want to try it out for free for 7 days, and you'll see, you're like, man, I bet you'll learn more in 7 days for free and than any other place that you're gonna go to. I'm just saying, you know, maybe it's an investment that you're gonna have to think about. But that's what I'm saying. I think that's a huge con, because a lot of times us as percussionists don't want to invest in certain things and in instruments or in areas to grow in our playing, and then complain when somebody does it and offers at that price. You're like,
Yeah, man, it's $30. It's $30. That's a lot of money.
and then you see that and you're like, man, how really? So man, it's just, Paulo, your price went up. That's all I'm saying.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Price went up. I think you should. No, I know. You're not gonna do it. You love your people. You love your community. You love to help out, and so I know having it at that price is manageable for a lot of people in a sense of what you're getting. But I'm letting you know what he's offering is way more than $30 as somebody that does this on a normal basis. So yeah, guys. All that information is down below if you want to be interested in that. I get nothing in return if you guys sign up. At least start your free trial. Give it a shot. Look around the site to see if this is something that you'd be interested in. I will highly recommend it. I always recommend Conga Chops for anybody that wants to just better their playing and have something structured in a place all in one kind of area like Conga Chops. And yeah, and that's me being somebody that makes YouTube videos teaching about percussion. But again, my stuff is a lot different than Conga Chops and what he's offering. I personally don't think I could ever do something in that manner, only because I know the investment that's going to be required and how much you would have to kind of charge. A lot of the stuff I do is very informal, very my way, and I think the styles are very different. But if you're somebody that's starting out, wants nice proper structure from beginning to end, Conga Chops is the place I would always recommend people to go to. But all right, y'all, I know it's a different video. I know it's something, I'm not trying to here promote people or anything like that. I'm just trying to spread the love. This is a community that I'm appreciative. So I'm appreciative to Paulo for allowing me to do this and to share it to you guys and being just brutally honest about it as well. And I'm grateful for what he offers to the community, man. We're all one drum community. We'll help each other out. And that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point, because this topic of percussion can't die. You know, we got to spread it, man. We gotta spread that love and teach people the right way. But all right, y'all already know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.